Hey, thanks for watching, and today we're going to talk about Dune, a game of conquest and betrayal from Gale Force 9 and Legendary Pictures. So this is based off of the new movie that was recently released, directed by Denis Villeneuve. So the art is, as you can see, the characters from there. So you've got Dave Bautista and you know Javier Bardem, Aquaman. So, as I just said, a game of conquest and betrayal, uh, based off the new movie. People have said this is a bit of a reskin of the 2019 version, which is a version of like the 70s version. It is, and it isn't. So I'll get into more detail about that. So, with this game, it's played over the course of 5 rounds. It's quite short. And in those rounds, there are 6 phases. The first phase is the storm phase. You roll the dice and move the storm that many number of spaces. After the storm phase, we have the spice blow. With the spice blow, you pull a spice card out and see where the spice blows, where it appears. You put that much spice in those locations on the map. Also, if you draw a Shai Hulud, anybody who's in that location gets like munched by the worm. Except the Fremen. They can ride the worm because they're Fremen. Hey, yeah, walk without rhythm. And you won't attract a worm. After the spice blow is gain cards. This is a big difference from the previous version, the 2019 version, because the 2019 version has an auction. The auction was very, very interesting. This one, you just pull up a hand of cards. If your battle cards are less than 4, you just pull them up. Nobody knows what you have, which makes it a little bit not as fun, but I'll get into that more later. As well, you can also buy other cards, which for spice, and you can buy up to, 4 cards. You pay for it, and again, you don't know what it is. You just pay, spice, pull cards, look at them. You can use them whenever you want to. After the cards is the revival phase. So if you have dead troops or leaders, you can revive them by paying spice. Everybody gets some free revivals as well. And you can, bring them back from the Talaxu tanks. I hope I said that right. After you revive, you can you do shipping and movement, which is pretty straightforward. You ship people to the planet, pay spice cost if necessary, which usually is, unless you're the Fremen who do get free troop transport. They just kind of appear. And then you can move your troops a certain number of spaces, and the Fremen get an advantage on movement as well. After that, you do the battle phase. So if there are 2 or more factions in the same place, they fight it out using the battle wheel. And in battle, each person involved chooses a leader. They put it into the battle wheel in a slot there, as well as an attack card and a defense card if they have those available. Dial in the number of troops they wish to commit to the battle. You got to be careful with that because troops that are committed will die. They're gone, out. They go to the tanks. And then you lay down your wheel, you reveal what you've got there. If you have, or your opponent has, a weapon that you don't have a defense for, your leader is killed. Their extra power is removed from the total, and they can get spice for that. You can also kill each other's leaders. The faction with the bigger total wins. But because it's Dune, there are traitors everywhere. If your opponent reveals a traitor card for the leader you use in battle, it's all over. They just get wiped out. Everything is gone. Their cards are gone. All their troops, that leader, done. Gone. Goodbye. Have a nice day. And you would win. After the battle is spice collection. So if you have troops where the spice is on the map, you can collect it up to I think it's 2 per troop. And that's your spice. And then you look and see if there's a winner. The winner is usually who controls X amount of strongholds, depending on the number of players. 2 players has a different number than more than 2 players. And if there's no winner, you do the next round. Also, if it is the fifth round and there's no winner, you go to tiebreaker, which is whoever has the most spice. And if that doesn't work, you got a tie, which is not fun. So, I am a big fan of Dune. I pre-ordered this game. I love Dune. It's my favorite book. I have like the 2019 version. I have Dune Imperium as well as the deluxe kit. I love this. I was looking forward to this because it's supposed to be a lighter Dune experience. However, some bad things with it. I did an unboxing and I mentioned this in the unboxing. The component quality for this game is bad. It's the worst quality components I think I've seen. For example, I sleeved the cards. Those sleeved cards are actually showing wear and chips, even though all I did was take them out of the box, sleeve them, and then play the game with sleeved cards. They're very, very poor. They're thin, they're flimsy, it's like really bad. The map, some parts of it are incredibly dark, so dark that it's very hard to see like boundaries and lines for territories and to pick out like where the spice flows are. So unless you've got like a really well lit place, if somebody's sitting at the other side of the board, it's really hard to pick that stuff out. The tokens are off-centered, which is not a big deal because they're still, on there. But yeah, some of them are off-centered there. So component quality is not good. It's also not an expensive game as well. It seems like this was kind of rushed out because they wanted to, cash in on some of the movie hype with that as well. And because maybe the shipping crisis, they just wanted to like get this done through, didn't proof it as much as they should. Behind me I've got other Gale Force 9 games, and the component quality is stellar, fine, absolutely great. That one though, like, I don't know what happened. And with that being said, you may want to wait a little bit if you want to buy it to see if the new printings that come out in the future have better quality. Another drawback with this game is that it's abrupt and swingy. So it's 5 rounds. The first couple of rounds, you're kind of establishing yourself. You're getting your troops on the planet. You're getting set up. Round 3, 4, and 5 is when the action happens. But because it's only a 5-round game, you got to pick your battles, because one battle is usually what a group has in this. After one battle, if they win, they're good. If they lose, you're done. You're out of the game. Just like, go, do something else. you're screwed. It's really hard to come back in this. It's quite hard to come back in this. Like, for example, the Fremen are usually limited to like 5 troops. They come down. You've got a limit of 20 troops, so it's like 2 rounds to get back like troops as the Fremen. Everybody else has to pay, and you don't have, again, time to collect spice because you need troops to collect spice. It's very abrupt and very swingy. You also don't have like really good faction abilities like in the other version. The Fremen I found to be fairly weak. In the other versions, the Fremen got a bonus to fighting. If you're using the paying spice to fight variant, the Fremen got a bonus. They didn't have to pay for spice to combat. That was one of the big things. This, they don't get that. They get 5 troops every round. That's, they're not as great as they could be. So there is a bit of an imbalance with that. Also with the Imperium, it's a mix of the Empire and the Bene Gesserit. They're the ones who collect all the money. When you buy stuff, it goes to them, which makes them like cash cows of the game, so they're getting quite a bit. So with that, it's like a bit of an imbalance in that between the factions. It doesn't balance as much as the other version that was a bit more asymmetric, but that asymmetry fit together like this beautiful like Tetris. Like, it was great. Good things, though, are that, this game is fast. It doesn't take too long to play it. It's like 45 minutes to an hour, and you're done. It flies through. We were like, oh, it's over? Yeah. All right, cool. Let's try it again. Switch factions. and it plays better with lower player counts. So you can play with like two players. Has a variant where you can play as the Fremen Atreides alliance or the Empire Harkonnen alliance. It makes it more interesting with that as well. And it plays up to 4. And it plays fast up to 4 as well. And it's very light too. So if you've got some people who are like new to board gaming and they like Dune, that's a pretty good option to like throw in there for them. If you don't have much time or if you don't like long games or heavier games, this is also a good game to try as well. You could, just casual afternoon. It could even be a warm-up game before something else. It'd be interesting to actually play this as a bit of a precursor and then play the other one, the longer one as well. So, final thing to say with this is that if you want to introduce people to board gaming or you want to introduce people to Dune, give this a shot. If they like it, you can break out a bit more heavier things. If you pre-ordered it, cool, good. If you didn't pre-order it, find somebody who has it. Wait until they address the component quality a little bit more to kind of pick it up. Unless you're like me and a complete like Dune fanatic and you want to buy everything that is Dune. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you're, have a good holiday season out there. All right, take care, everybody, and bye.